Good morning, students. I am Ranjan Borgotoki. I am going to teach you history in this class. Students, after a long time, again, that means after experiencing of your online classes in class 9, we are coming to class 10. Today, the first day, I am going to start your online class. In this class, today, I am going to tell you just introductions as well as also the syllabus of this subject of history of class 10, and the name of the book that we have come to learn, the India and the the contemporary world part 2. So in this part, so today, so we'll have to learn about the nationalism in Europe. In this section 1, the 2 out of 3 2 chapters are compulsory. So chapter number 1, that is very important, nationalism in Europe, and the chapter 2, that is the nationalism in India. In both the chapters, so the important topics are there, and especially it will be easier for you, the whatever I will discuss in the class, then you will go through, then it will be easier. And regular studies must, you see, in this online classes, you must attend the class regularly, whatever I am giving to you, then it will be easier, and note it down in your rough copy. Whatever the assignment I am going to give you, that assignment you must do in the CW copy. Okay, students. So today, as already I told you, that we are going to start the chapter 1, that is the rise of nationalism in Europe, section 1. So students, in the part, that means the India and the contemporary world 2, that is your book. Though, so if you have not till now, if you not get the books, but whatever I am giving you or I will give you in our videos, so you just note it down separately in your rough copy according to the point ways that I am going to give, and it will be easier to understand the chapter, and you should read regularly this point. Okay, students. Now, in the first chapter, the rise of nationalism in Europe. Here, in the nationalism, you have to remember the meaning. Nationalism is a sense of identity with the nation. In the 19th century, many European nations, they experienced heightened periods of nationalism. You see, in the 19th century, the most of the European nations tried to what? To bring the sense of the nationalism among the people. So here, nationalism in Europe can be traced back to the downfall of feudalism and the beginning of Renaissance. Here, the first of all, you have to remember, after the downfall or the decline of feudalism in Europe, and the most important part, Renaissance. The word Renaissance means rebirth or reawakening. People try to get new ideas, new thoughts, which brought them a new life in their country as well as in their society, in their countries, throughout the country. So here, the Renaissance or the rebirth or reawakening brought or developed the consciousness of people's mind, as well as also they try to develop themselves. So students, the Renaissance in Europe they fostered new political ideas in the minds of the people. Here you have to remember the name of this another important person, that is Frederick Soro. Who was he? Frederick Soro, he was a French artist. His dream of world made up of democratic and social republic, which he called them his own, a series of four prints. Students, this Frederick Soro, the people of the world are grouped as a distinct nation, identified through their flags as well as also national costumes. Now, this Frederick Soro, he played or he showed with the help of his great paintings that the democratic and social republic, these are the important elements which are required for a for a country. It's very important. The students, you have to go through this point, and that whatever I am showing you about this democratic and social republic, it's brought, you see, the people's new idea, new thoughts among them. In this chapter, we'll come to learn that during the 19th century, nationalism emerged as a force which brought about sweeping changes in the political, political and the mental world of Europe. Then another words I am showing here, utopian. So what does this word mean? A vision of society that is so ideal that it is unlikely to actually exist. Another one I have mentioned about this Frederick Soro, that according to Soro, the people of the world are grouped as distinct nations. Here we have to remember the end of the result of the different changes in the field of politics and also the minds of the people. You see, these changes was emergence of the nation state. So students, in the place of multinational dynasties, empires of Europe. So here it is very important. Okay students, as already I told you, the nation states, which you see in place of multinational dynasties in Europe, the emergence of nation state played a very important role. Here, a nation state, as already I have highlighted with red color, so you see the nation state was one in which the majority of its citizens and not only its rulers came to develop a sense of common identity and shared history. That is the meaning of the nation state. So these are, you see, the students are very important because in the 19th century new nation states, that means they the new nation states came out instead of the multi-dynastical rulers. So that's why it has a great meaning. You see, the common is, here I have mentioned, the commonness is forced through the struggle and endeavor of leaders and common people, sacrifice and devotions. For example, in this in this point of nation state, we can give the example of Germany and Italy. At the time of unification of Germany and unification of Italy, the great leaders such as example like Cavour, they played the important role. Mazzini. So these people had played the important role in their unification. So students, another teaching point that I am going to give you today is in this class about the modern state. So you see, a modern state is that a state in which a centralized power which exercise sovereign control over a clearly defined territory. So here the modern state is the state that where a centralized power will exercise about, you see, it must be sovereign. Sovereign means, the students, you have to remember, they are, that means free from other foreign control. So they are sovereign, they themselves control the people over a clearly, or that means defined territory. Our such example, like our India is sovereign because before independent, India was under the control of the British. But after independence, our country, India, is sovereign. So these two, nation state and the modern state, has the difference. So students, you go through this point very carefully and try to remember this point. This chapter will help us to know the diverse process through which a nation state and also the nationalism came into being in the 19th century in Europe. So in that way, we'll go to the next part, that today's class, our introduction and also some important points I had given you. You note it down in your rough copy, and also the assignment that I am going to give you in our upload sheets. So there you will get the assignment and try to do in the CW copy. Thank you so much for today.